Continuing the same theme, we work this space into. I mean, there are a couple of things happening in this space. One is the idea of game and how what is an idea of life for people we are actually talking about. The entire game of reaching somewhere and the entire process of reaching there, it really excites us. It's something really full of stories, and it is kind of end of the day, half of them reaches there, half of them doesn't. It's very subjective. But for us, I think we saw it like it's like a chain, it's like a race. People kind of go through. It's like a madhouse sort of a race where you don't really know what you're trying to do, and you're just moving on ahead with everyone, looking at what everyone is doing. So this place will be challenged as a viewer seeing a space, viewer seeing the challenges, and when a viewer comes in, I mean, for an artist, it is something to kind of, I mean, gallery or the art world becomes like a competitive sort of a space. So you're talking about the gestures, you're talking about the act here more than, and then comparing those acts with a lot of other situations, where the same act is done by this guy who's been waiting for his final match to kind of get over, and then he's been practicing that. Something very similar to this guy who's been very excited and been preparing for his final travel, and something for an artist who's been working from really long time to kind of present his new body of work with this kind of a thing, which will be then compared with other body of works or maybe the other artists present in that temporary space. So we are trying to have these sort of ideas of competition, the idea of success, and of course everyone has its own story. So it kind of brings together. It's kind of a challenging sort of a space.
So it's like he himself is a player in the game, but he's playing the game. So it's like he's himself there and playing, and he knows like what's happening, and he's observing from the game, and he's getting bounced and coming back or facing all the challenges.
So viewer is invited to be a part of the game, where everything is sort of a sort of a story in between. So there are many layers of stories, and one really can peel off resonating his own sort of self in it, and you kind of move on because it is something true with everyone in that scenario.
So the set of 12 small painting you will see downstairs, it has like you can actually mix match. So it's like it has a, how you want to say, like it's like it has a similar series. It's a similar, the stories are matched somewhere, like every player has a like similar goal, but they are like walking towards their goal, but everybody's playing its own role in the game.
And then the most interesting part in this new body of work is that how we kind of imagined there are multiple stories, and then you can actually face mash, you can mix up all the things and still kind of cultivate your own sort of story. So you make your own narratives which are based on certain facts and stories. Now, of course, it is exaggerated, it is visually depicted, so of course it doesn't have, it kind of goes more than a fact, because it's all depends on your sort of visual iconography, or maybe your own experiences, or your own power to kind of contemplate that sort of a visual, and then it kind of multiplies. So it's like an infinite sort of a game board, which can be then transferred and played with the viewer and the audiences. So it's kind of an ongoing exercise.